Support for the Arkansas PBS Writers Contest is provided by the June Hose Williams Endowment.
Hi everyone, today we're celebrating our Arkansas PBS Writers Contest winners. With us today is our first place winner from the 2nd grade, Kirksey Miner, with a story she wrote and illustrated called The Riddles to a Treasure. Kirksey is 8 years old. One day she hopes to become an author and a teacher, and she's off to a great start. The Riddles to a Treasure features a magical fairy and a mysterious jaguar. What more could you ask for? Now introducing the great Kirksey Miner.
Hi, my name is Kirksey, and the book I'm going to be reading is The Riddles to a Treasure. There was a young girl named Iris and her fairy friend named Flutter. One day they were going on a walk, and when they were about to turn around, Iris tripped on a rock. As Flutter was about to ask Iris if she was okay, Iris quickly stopped her and said, "I'm fine, but come look at what I found." Iris found the treasure map. Flutter said, "That's amazing. We should find the treasure." Iris agreed, so they went off. As they were walking, they heard a rattling sound in the bushes. They were curious, so they went to find out what it was. They saw that it was a jaguar making that noise. "Ah!" they both shouted. The jaguar jumped into a tree and said, "The treasure you seek is mine to keep. Pass my riddles, and it's yours from me." Iris and Flutter were confused, so Flutter asked, "Who are you, and what is your name?" "The name of me is Shirkan Yusi, and the treasure you seek is mine to keep." Iris and Flutter had a problem. The jaguar wouldn't let them have the treasure unless they passed the riddles. Iris asked, "What's the first riddle?" Shirkan said, "Follow the path to the Cave of Wonder, then you will find the next riddle to honor." And then Shirkan disappeared. "What does that mean?" Flutter asked. "I guess we find a path and follow it," Iris answered. So they both were looking around, and after a couple of minutes, Flutter said, "Iris, come look, I found the path." "That's wonderful, Flutter," Iris replied, and so they followed a path to the cave. Shirkan said, "Now it's time to solve the second riddle." Shirkan said the last riddle, "What is stronger than love and greater than infinity?" Flutter was confused, but Iris immediately got it. "Nothing," Iris cried. They looked up and saw a key floating down to them. Then a treasure chest came up from the ground. Iris and Flutter opened the treasure chest together, and in it was a ton of gold. And they lived happily ever after. The end.
Hello.
Hello.
Well, your story was very, very inspiring. It's encouraged me to want to write my own story. But I don't have any good ideas right now. How did you come up with yours?
Well, I wrote it from a memory when I was 4, but I eventually gave up on it because I couldn't think of anything else, and I felt like it wasn't good enough. So when I got older, I remembered that story, and I was able to think of more ideas, and I added onto my story from when I was 4 years old.
Whoa. So this story has been years in the making. And so you're an author. What draws you to writing?
I just love writing, and I love having important messages behind all of the stories because it feels important to me that they get that from every story you learn something important.
Whoa, very cool. Well, I'm still trying to come up with ideas for my story. I think maybe going on a walk, maybe we could get inspired if we see something around here.
Yeah.
Would you like to join me?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, let's go. Let's see what else we can find. I see the forest and I see the cities. Very cool. Do you see anything that inspires you?
Yes, because there's a lot of art here. Some weird, some fascinating, and some just random. Very random.
I found the perfect idea.
Same.